just do it. Let's just do it, Lewis. Why not?
All right. In that case, good evening, everyone. This isn't Thomas. I'm not Thomas, and or Matty's not Thomas for that reason. Unfortunately, Thomas has issues with his microphone, so hopefully he can get it all sorted for next week. But you've got us. You've got the. We were just talking before air. This is one of the very few occasions that me and Matty have commentated, because obviously your famous pairing with Dan, who's racing today, and my famous pairing with Thomas. But we're getting a bit of the mix today. So how you doing, Matty?
Yeah, good. I get to rinse Danny for 90 minutes. Who thought that could be a great thing on a Monday night? It's fantastic. Love it.
This is, that's what we're going to say. Like, you get to experience your for such a long time, your co-commentator, and might be good luck. You never know. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, we are at Spain for this week for all the contest speed races, and we're starting the week as always with EU3, and looking forward to this race. Obviously, qualifying as usual. It's early days, so no one yet set a flying lap, but qualifying is so crucial around this circuit. It's although you have got that long straightaway, it always feels like you just run out of straight, unless you're obviously right out with someone. Got a bit of spare ERS with the rest of the circuit, very much following each other. Great to drive on a quali lap. In a race, in a train, it can be a bit of a nightmare. But just waiting for I guess the hot laps to start. But for you, Matty, what would you say is the key point on this circuit?
Don't pick up penalties.
Yes.
The sequence of corners of turns 7, 8 and 9 are the ones that are going to catch you out. EU3 last season had a fantastic race, I thought, as the season opener for Season 6. We were spoilt a bit by Robert disconnected. But EU3 has brought up a few races in the past. You did say that it's going to be a bit of a train. Yeah, it usually is. We've got 2 DRS zones, which they're going to try and look to overtake. But other than that, that's about it. There's limited overtaking opportunities, so qualifying will be important.
And it's we obviously mentioned about penalties, really good point. But also it's therefore a track where it's easy to get a penalty while doing a quali lap. So expect a few guys invalidating in this quali session, because it's just so easy to try and get as much gap on the exits, or end up misjudging, turning a little bit too early and cut the corner. It's so easy to do because the corners are so fast. You've got to commit. And once you've made your move to turn into a corner, you can't really get out of it. So it's a tough one. It's one of the tougher circuits, that last sector as well. Really tight and twisty. You can gain a lot of time or lose a lot of time to gain that last corner. But,
I'm just going to have a look at the championship standings, Lewis. I don't know if it's been updated. If they haven't been, then I shall be shouting at Titch/Katie/whoever later on. From the ones I have seen in front of me, Hersey's 50 points in the lead, and I'm pretty sure we're getting to that stage where he could potentially, I don't think this week, but definitely next week, he can wrap it up, depending on the scenario. Hopefully I will get some information from said people about championship standings, but it's Hersey has sort of run away with it. However, he's not here at the moment, Lewis. Drama. Yeah,
drama before the beginning of this even qualifying session. Harold is not turned up, so he will be scoring. Well, he could join because he has been given the invite, so he could join in during this session and start from the back of the grid, I guess.
Yeah, and I apologise for everyone at home because I forgot I'm the one that's actually streaming it. So you've been watching Joel for the last 2 minutes. So you've seen Joel do his lap and come in, and he's done 16.2. Hilly 15.4. Been going great guns actually in EU4. He's reserving tonight because Robert is unable to be with us.
Exactly. So we got a few guys missing, but still. Plenty of action, and obviously it gives opportunities for some people, always nipping, close to the podium, a better chance of scoring a maiden podium or even a win. So that's the positives for those guys, and also for championship contenders. it could be a massive moment for them, potentially anyway. So they've got to make sure they score good in this round with just 3 to go, including this one. Just trying to see who's on a hot lap.
I'm on board with Raggy, who's the other Williams. 49.1. I would love to tell you what that actually means, but we haven't got a clue until he crosses the line. I will take this moment to do some housekeeping. Why not? MER Salt, you see at the top of the timing sheet, loving life in EU3 already. He's one of our reserves. He's the 3rd driver for the McLaren team in this tier, replacing Delandra. Obviously, Hilly has come in for Robert. That's down at Williams. Matt has come in for Steve. That's in the Mercedes. We should be having Bama in the Alpha Tauri, reserving for the first time. That's for Charlie. And I think that's about it. Hopefully.
Reggae has got up to P2 with his first quali lap of the day. So 1:15.1. He's a tenth shy of Salt. And look at that, Dan. P3 for 1:15.4. That would be his best quality result so far, I believe.
Well,
if he did keep that.
Tends to qualify well around here. Last season, an Alfa Romeo 1-2 for the first race of season 6. So he always likes Spain, even though he doesn't really think it's one of his best tracks. But up there straight away, and actually, there's a bit of an inter-team rivalry going on Alfa Romeo between himself and Joel. So it'll be interesting to see how that pays out. Kelser's just finishing his lap, Lewis. An ever-present in this tier.
I'm just sending a quick invite to a driver. Just been given the order. We might have someone else joining our race. So let's have a look. Right,
I've just seen it. Don't worry. I'm glad you noticed, because I definitely didn't. Going on board with Connell, who's always got out of shape, so he's just backed out of this one. So this is a recharge lap, and he's going to go again.
And invalidated as well.
Yeah, he's invalidated. Let's see. As Mr. Luke Prentice joins us this evening, he will be taking the Red Bull. Fingers crossed. As you said earlier, technology.
Yeah, I know, right? It's it's not 100% perfect. We're close to it, but there are times when we get these errors or issues. It is what it is. Jay Prentice is on his first flying lap, or either his first attempt at a flying lap. We are now 8 minutes 51 on the clock here. That could be different for the drivers, or it could be bang on. But Jay Prentice going through sector 2 now. This is always a tricky area, I think. This middle sector, if you turn a little bit too early, invalidate, and it's also here for the fast right-hander. In quali, you're running very close to the limit.
Mazda has done a 15.7, Lewis, but on the medium tyre. Joel is going out on the mediums.
And that's crucial, because round here...
And Joel has just improved, sorry to cut you off, 15.6.
And the medium tyre is the best tyre to start on. It's one of those start on the softs around here. You have to then pit early, and you can do it one stop, can't you? But it just means you're running the hard tyre an awfully long time. There was a time in previous games
just about held it. That was
J-Sack had an off as well on his hot lap.
So Emil Salt has lost a bit of time. He's currently on pole by a smidge to Raggy. Yes, I'm going to use that word to describe the gap. Deal with it. It is a smidge. He's going to be going to need a worldie of a final sector to... Oh, and he spun it!
No. He's lucky.
No, he's going to need to get that moved quick, because I know what's going to happen here. It's Cody's. So he's going to get disqualified from the session if he's not quick enough. That doesn't happen.
Mazur's not improved, he's going in the pits. So he's trying to lap on mediums and it hasn't improved any further.
Yeah, so he's done one run, so I think he was... I don't think you would try again. was just coming.
Yeah. Reggae is on our out lap, and he has gone onto the medium. So Reggae feels, I'm guessing, he feels he can improve that, he's done before on the medium.
Mars improved to a 16.2. So I will leave the fitted column on so you can see what people are up to. Oh, Mars just spun it on turn 2. That's quite easy to do with that kind of curb that's there. Somebody's back out. It is. I'm going to turn the tables this time and watch Danny on his lap, like he tends to do with mine on a Tuesday. Seek revenge. As he goes through, what was it, turn 5?
Looking tidier through that sector, isn't it?
That's turn 6, that little kick. Then 7 and 8 is going to be that corner there. Turn 8 is going to catch you out. Turn 9, pretty much flat. Open the DRS. Second DRS zone on this track. Braking for turn 10. Misses the apex a little bit, but straightens the car up quite nicely for 11 and 12. Patience on the power. 13. Raggy's off. That's the end of qualifying.
Yeah. And Golden.
14, and here's 15 as well. Wait for the traction. Pin it to the line. Run out of DRS, and it's going to be 55.
No,
so, wow, Raggy out. That's, well, I suppose he's on the mediums.
Yeah, and he crashed. Oh, he's got Golden crashed as well. So it's Reggae and Golden that both that crashed out. I just got past Golden's car. So 2 of those guys not going to improve any further. 5 to go. That's crucial. And Reggae obviously luckily he's in P2 at the moment. But he started on the soft tyre because he was trying to do a lap on the mediums and didn't do it. So he's going to be starting. At the moment, the guy who's in the driver's seat for the race is Connell.
Yeah, he's just done his lap. I was watching it, and he didn't use ERS on a couple of bits of the last sector, and then dumped it back up so he can have it to the line.
Yeah,
that could make a difference, but that's a very solid lap, very close actually those medium times.
Still a few people haven't done laps yet. Vapor, obviously El Prentice, because he's just joined. But JSAC yet to have done a hot lap either, and he's back out again as well.
So just flicked over to the best, so the people that set their best times, the top 6 all have done it on soft tyres. So Raggy did it on the soft tyres. Connell, Joel and Muzzer all have done on the mediums. Golden's done his on the softs, but probably get bumped down into the bottom half, I think, with that time, with a lot of guys still to go. So pole looks pretty solid.
It does. So strategy-wise, yeah, it looks very much like it's going to be a one-stop, unless a safety car or a BSC made a two-stop viable. It's either going to be a soft going on to a very long hard run, or guys here trying to do the medium so that hard run is not nowhere near as long, and therefore they will have quicker pace. So the soft tyre does drop off quite a bit. J-Sack moves up to P3.
15.2 on the mediums, so nearly 4 tenths quicker than anyone else on the set of mediums. That is some blistering pace
on it.
Needs to be if he's going to push for this promotion. Currently sitting 4th in the championship standings, although good for Racing Point. Racing Point very strong at the moment, 10 points clear at the top of the constructors, with Connell in 3rd and JSAC 4th in the drivers. So.
And now Salt is having a go on the medium. Oh, he validates. Salt tried to do a lap on the mediums and he has blown it, so he's going to be starting on that soft tyre.
Unless he's got enough fuel to go again and really save them. He's got, by our clock, 2 minutes 20. That's probably going to be a little bit more.
Yeah, but I think it's still, even with a little bit more time, by the time he gets round the lap, where is he now? He's currently, he's going really slowly as well. I think he's just going to do another lap. He's not going in the pits. He's just going to save those tyres.
Jay Prentice, meanwhile, went to 9th. Lewis on the mediums as well, so lots of guys
Yeah, this is where Reggae is it's costed him massively. He's forced to start on the softs. Salt now, he's under pressure. He's obviously trying to save fuel because he knows there's not enough time to pit, do another outlap.
Oh, Mars has got that horribly wrong. 3-3. Back off. And Danny passed. See, I'm going to quickly jump back to fitting, so... Yeah, not many guys are currently...
So Salt's about to start his... Oh no, he's pitting. Salt's pitting.
So that's it. That'll be the end of his qualifying. He's not going back out again.
And now he's stopped in the pit lane. I don't know why he's stopped in the pit
lane. He's not done what I think he's done. I'm going to go aboard and see if he has. Oh, he has. I'm pretty sure he has.
What's he doing?
He's I don't know what he's doing. But all I know is I think he's hit the... Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm watching you. Don't do it. I told you. Watch yourself. That was very strange. I was on board with that. Sorry about that. I just want to see what he did.
Too. I was fascinated by what he was going to do.
Everyone was watching it. I had it on stream. Yeah. I thought I'd just see what he's done.
That was like you could have. Well, it was the suspense was killing me. That's probably the most dramatic entrance for Collie I've ever seen. But anyway, on the hot laps now, this is the crunch time for Collie. Sygate is improving. He's coming across the line. It moves him up to P4.
Yeah, but he's not going to stay there much longer. If Kelsar keeps this together, he's 2 temps up through Sector 2. He's got just Sector 3 to go. Connell moves out the way. Hopefully it wasn't too much of a distraction. Through the final... Oh, took too much curb though, I think. How's to the line? Proves me wrong. 14.9 for pole.
Proves me wrong. What a lap. J-Sack is about to start his flying lap. And look at that, Joel. Joel's coming on the soft. 14.7 now.
Oh, Kelstar.
Out. And here comes Dan. Dan is coming. Oh, he's invalidating.
No, he's invalidating. I've just seen Connor run to the back of Kelstar as well. That's not gone down well.
Look at he's going to drop down the order. He's going to massively drop down the order, Connell. Yeah, but you look at the lap times. J-Sack's now P5. You know, he's sort of using provisional pole. He is on a hot lap. He's going to try and improve his time. He's just in Sector 2.
So this is probably going to be, this is his second run on the medium, so performance maybe just ebbing away here. Oh, that's brave through there.
Yeah. Is he up? Oh, he's slightly up. It's not by much. The 800s would be enough to get him up 2 places. This is how close it is. So if he can keep this third sector, we can improve. Looks good. I like that.
Oh no!
Oh, he gets wheel spin. Oh no! This probably
I guarantee you that's because he saw in the top right hand corner. He saw the green. That's what it was. Because he probably was, I don't know, a tenth and a bit up, which would have put him, I don't know, 15 flat.
Yeah, which would have been enough for P3.
Yeah.
But he's still in a very good position on those medium tyres. P5's an excellent result. So don't be too disheartened. He's in the driving seat for the second half of this race if he can get through that first stint.
Good point. So, that's it. It is it, mate. Interesting, would you say? There's 2 guys sitting in the top 10 on the alternative strategy.
Yeah, and obviously and everyone who's going to be from P11 down are going to be on that medium anyway. It's going to be interesting because the soft tyres, on this game, it's not quite as bad as 2019 or 2018. So the soft tyres, though, still there is a drop off noticeable, and really it doesn't take that long in this race for the medium tyre to be a better tyre early on. So it JSAC can get a good start. That's the only thing. Obviously, being on that harder tyre, he's going to be not quite as good off the line, and it is it's one of the longest runs to a first corner. So he's just got to watch out on that. But apart from that, he's looking very good.
So Joel on pole by 0.2 of a second. Kelsey's second, so we'll be happy with that qualifying performance. Salt on debut, right where I expected him to be near the top, in third. Ragay fourth. JSAC on the mediums in fifth. Matt sixth. Sygate seventh. Danny eighth. Pilly ninth. Connell on the mediums in 10th. Jay Prentice, Goads, Muzzer, Golden, Mars, and K-Mark and Luke did not set a time. I think this is going to be a very competitive race.
I too.
As qualifying was so tight.
Yeah, and obviously we didn't even ask for the weather. We need the weather update.
Yeah.
Well, it looks dry to start the race, and normally Spain it's not known to be. I don't think I might have once seen a wet race in Spain. Never seen a wet race in reality in Spain. That is for sure.
Mm. Not for a long time, actually.
Well, I know there was a wet race. I think it was 90. The last wet race in Spain was would be the 96 race. I would have thought.
Golden has pressed the dreaded X button.
Nice and early on, so
yep.
That will be penalty point for Golden.
Cue the outrage for everyone else.
So predictions then. What are we going to go with the top three? It's
hard to look at. I just fancy.
I think JSAC looks good doing that pace. I mean, he should have improved. He's very quick on the medium. I think if JSAC can stay out of trouble early on, I think he's going to be a very tough one to beat today. But then Joel P2, because really I think it's only going to be there's not enough medium guys high up enough to really take advantage. So I think it's going to be Joel second and maybe Salt third or something like that.
I'm going to go with a Alfa Romeo on the podium and a double racing point. I think the racing points, if they have a good start, in a great position to perform the one stop and being in the front of the field towards the end of the race. So it'll be interesting to see how they go. For a second I thought there wasn't going to be a formation there, but that's fine, we'll pass that hurdle.
Well, obviously Connell is in P10 in that racing point, so yeah, you got a point. If he can get a good start as well, he will be looking very good. Obviously, unsurprisingly, everyone from P10 down is on the medium tyre, so we've got it's just pretty much 50-50, a little bit more people on the medium tyres. Still, we've got 8 guys on those already worn softs, because obviously the guys who qualify finish in the top 10 in quali have to start on the tyre they did their fastest lap on. Everyone from P11 to the back have a free tyre choice to choose. So that's what you tend to see at the beginning of the race, is that it's being pretty competitive and makes things a little bit more interesting.
I can't wait to say this, but I'm going to probably do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. As Thomas isn't here this week, I'm going to try and say it how he does.
This is history right now, so
I won't be doing the first lap in Dutch, like.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. We'll wait for the glitch as per usual. And away we go for EU3 Spain. It's a good start from Joel, and Salt seems to have got a place up on Kelsey as well as they go into turn 1. Ooh, run a bit deep.
You're Dan! Dan is spun round. I think there was a bit of a racing incident just when I started things, but Dan is at the back of the grid.
So Joel has got a lightning start, it's already pulled away 7/10 of a second. Salt is pressurising Kelstar, then Raggy, then Matt. Connell is up to 6th. Ricky, your prediction has been outdone.
Yeah, Connell, massive. The Racing Point guys have completely turned JSAC. JSAC's at the back of the field as well. JSAC must have had an off.
Trying to get position changes. There it is.
Yeah, JSAC, I'm about to say, Connell's P6, but JSAC had an absolute shocker. I didn't see that. But he is dead last, and that's disaster for the Racing Point driver. He was looking so good, but that's the problem. You gotta be, you can never win a race from the start. You can only lose it, and unless he gets a safety car, it's a lot of work now.
So Joel's where he wants to be, Raggy where he wants to be, and Connell is where he wants to be in terms of the championship.
Kelster and Salt side by side going down to turn 1. There's a few guys going, Reggae and Matt as well.
He's going to go around the outside.
Oh, that is a lovely move there by Salt and Reggae as well. Defending from Matt lost a couple of places there. But yeah, what a move from Salt though. That's
Young
lovely.
man is making a statement on his debut.
Indeed. That was simply, I know that corner, you can do it, there's a lot of grip, steep positive it can, but we had a bit of a moment there. But yeah, fair play to Kelster, he didn't squeeze him out, and I think the reason why really is because he couldn't, he had a moment there, well, the Reggae almost lost it.
Saigo goes down the inside, I think, of Matt. Big moves with Connell, 5 places off the start. K-Mark 7 places, and Luke also gained 5. Obviously the big losers were Danny and JSAC, however they're not pitted, and also they're not far off the back of the pack, so still plenty of laps and driving to go. Joel pumps in the 2nd fastest lap in succession, although we're going to have a move further up.
Yeah, well look at this, Matt again is being lined up now by Jay Prentice, about B7. Mercedes using look at the McLaren! Last minute lunge. Oh, what an awesome one with Mercedes ain't fight. He's not giving it up, but he could run wide here, and the Haas is going to try and take advantage. Yeah,
watch out. We've got K-Mark, I think, in there as well. He's going to then try and get down the inside on the medium tyre, and there's a little bit desync, and we're all good.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the medium runners. And look at this now, the Renault driver lining up, but the medium runners already now looking noticeably quicker.
That's just got out of sync there. Lost 1 place, then lose 2, then 3. It just happens like that sometimes, and that's what F1 does to you. Pressure from the medium guys, those soft tyres will not be lasting much longer, I feel, Lewis.
No, those soft tyres, I think normally the pit window's around lap 7. If I remember, I
would say it's going to be earlier. I reckon there'll be guys in about lap 5, lap 6. 100%.
Yeah, because it's not worth staying out longer because the hard tyre is such a, it doesn't really drop off performance. You better off just getting on that hard tyre as soon as possible.
Jay Prentice, he's closing. Sygate is the head of the train, top 5, trying to run away with this. It's not close enough. Doing, and the ERS, Joel's on 52%.
Salt's on nothing.
Yeah, he's on nothing. I don't know about you, it's not always been a great track for harvesting it back up, so...
It's not. It's a very tricky one because it's a very fast track. You don't really brake that hard, other than turn 1 and what we're coming up to after this short straight. They're really by the 2 heavy braking points the rest of the lap. It's very short, not really heavy braking zones, because even in sector 3, you're not actually braking for that long, and you're not coming from that high of a speed. So yeah, you don't really harvest that much compared to turn 1 and turn 3. So, turn 1 and turn 10. So the McLaren's gone round, I think. He was able to just save it. The camera switched. Salt at a moment coming out of the final turn, second to last turn, the chicane.
think Marsden's going to be lining up a move here on Golden. This is the 13th from slipstreaming past. I think Jack's got a move there to 6th on Cygate. Marsden gets past using the DRS.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, lovely move for Jay Prentice. Yeah, he's got a bit of a gap now to himself and Con, but he is on the medium, and K-Mark as well, so really quick. Connell at the moment, he's not really gaining, he's just outside that DRS zone at the moment. But surely he's going to be in it soon. Those softs are just going to wear off. And he is, he's just inside it. Does he get DRS though? No, he doesn't.
But K-Mark, Cygate gets massively out of shape. K-Mark goes to the inside. We're going to see the Mercedes on our left. Oh, he's going to try the switchback. Thomas, this is for you. Switchback right there. K-Mark, I think, has got it done, hopefully. And he does.
Yeah, those softs are struggling. And the medium guys are looking very good. Still in traction zones. Connell still not able to get into the DRS zone.
Cygate is the first man to pit.
Lap 6 then. That's smart. He was falling down, lost momentum.
He's catching, he's still catching. Man moves across, goes down to the inside. Oh, he pushes him off the track. Matt's still there, he gives it back as well. Oh, there's the contact. Oh, that got a bit argy-bargy.
Yeah, there was a bit of shoulder barging right there, and Gods lose place as well to El Prentice. Oh, but the McLaren Mercedes goes off! Oh, the Mercedes crashes! Well, he somehow doesn't crash. The A just ran deep, ran wide, and that's probably, again, those tyres wearing out.
Yeah, it is. I've been seeing it coming the last couple of laps. I think Luke needs some new underwear after that moment. That was a little bit scary for him to drive past and not get collected.
And I think JSAC had a moment at some point, because JSAC's now got wing damage. So I don't know what happened there. JSAC is really struggling on this one.
Connell is going to be making a coaster, I think.
Anyone pitting on this lap? It doesn't look like it.
I think this is now where they're losing too much time, Lewis. I don't know if you agree with that, but I think...
We'll know by how Cygate does. Cygate obviously did pit. The pit window is open if you're going to do a two-stopper now, so if you were going from soft to medium, now is the time. Cygate put on... Oh, Cygate is two-stopping now. Because Cygate is on medium. So Cygate's definitely going for the two-stopper here.
It's getting a bit feisty for P8, mate. Oh.
And Dan, I don't know. I don't think Cygate's made a mistake there, because I don't think the two-stop is a good strategy, is it? I remember EU2 last season.
It's traffic. That's the kill around here. It's the traffic getting past. As you see, at the moment, we've got clusters of trains from guys up and down the field. Joel is pulled away nearly 3 seconds. Raggy seems to be tucked up behind the McLaren. Currently watching this battle for P8, there's 4 cars in it. Joel has pitted. And there's going to be a change for the lead.
Yeah. Raggy is getting through. And Connell as well is eyeing up the Red Bull. Round the outside trying to do it, but not quite alongside. Or not enough alongside, and so Connell's still staying behind Kelster, and now running a bit deep. Those tyres probably running out of overheating slightly.
Not bad on the old penalty front so far. Only 2 drivers with 3 seconds, so looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Just trying to work out who's going to come out where, really, with regards to the pit stop. The Delta. According to the Contest of Speed website, it says the delta around here is 22 seconds. So
Joel is come out in P12, and importantly, he is not in traffic. He's got a 2.5 gap to Golden, and he is definitely doing the one-stopper because he has gone on the hard, and that is what I think is the best strategy. to do, even starting on the hards and having to pit this early. Still better and faster to go on the hards for a race than to do mediums. And more people pit now. Salt and Kelster in the pit. And that is going to free up Connell to go at his ultimate pace, which is good for him.
He stays out again, though. I'm not going to say anything, but I don't understand it.
Well, I suppose the only thing I would say is he is in front, and the longer he goes, obviously, if he's able to go as close as to the pit, the guys obviously starting on the mediums, they're going to be pitting probably around like 14, 15, something like that. If Reggae goes a little bit longer, I guess what he's thinking is, I'm going to it's going to pay dividends at the end of the race. But the problem is, around here, it's harder to overtake. So I think this type of circuit, I agree, it's better to be on the undercut.
There's a yellow flag in Sector 3, and that is Matt who spun it out the last corner.
Yes, it's all cleared though. The fair play, Reggae, he's not losing too much. He's losing it more so obviously in this sector. Because if your tyres are knackered, you're going to lose it in this sector where you require the traction and the quick right to left. Does he pit? Yes, he does.
Yeah. Lost a little bit too much time. Just as you said, in that last sector, it's a lot traction heavy. Reminds me of the Singapore Sector 3 as well.
Yeah.
The same characteristics.
It's any parts where you've got tight corners, tight slow corners, if you've got old tyres, that's where you're going to lose most of the time. Compared to a brand new set. Oh, look at this, Reggae on medium. So Reggae's going for a two-stopper as well.
Reggae comes out behind the McLaren.
Ahead of Kelster.
And ahead of Kelster, so that's going to be important from that regard, that he's got Kelster still behind him.
And Joel is 3.2 ahead of Salt. Joel,
yeah, he's gained from that actually.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you are the one who blinks first. So, if you go all that time, from just pitting one lap sooner. And interesting, so you got Joel and Salt who are onto the hard, so you know that they are doing stopper. But Reggae and Kelster and Cygate, they all went onto the medium tyre. And the problem for them is they're behind Reggae and Salt. And they're going to have to pit again.
32 people have joined us this evening. Thank you for finding us on the YouTube rather than Twitch. Last minute issues, but we'll deal with it. That's what we're doing. Luke is closing, and he's going to go to the inside. Oh, he sent it in late. Goat's going to try and fight back. As we see the Renault in our rear wing, and the Red Bull driver has got that move done, and we'll move on.
Next up is the other apprentice, 4.6 seconds up the road. We've got yellow because the Mercedes off again.
That's Matt just struggling with this track. It's not an easy one. Never is. A lot of technical sections. It's one of those tracks where if you make a mistake, you are probably in some gravel. It's one of the older circuits on the calendar. Mars picks up 3 seconds, only 3 guys with penalties at the moment.
What a shame for the moment for Dan and JSAC there. Oh, Matt's retired. That's the pits. But yeah, what a shame for Matt and JSAC. They're in lonely positions. They've just got to hope for a safety car at some point.
Well, safety cars and VSCs do regularly make an appearance around here, not only in real life but in COS races in previous seasons.
So he's gone out again. Yeah. So now we have no more runners on the soft tyre. People are either on the medium or the hard tyre, and obviously we've got a lot of guys who started the race on the medium, and this is going to be interesting because this is going to make it harder for the people who started on the softs, because there's such a high amount of people who started on the other tyre. They are now catching up to those guys, and they're going to struggle to overtake, so they're not going to really gain as much from this time, whilst the guys who started on the mediums are ahead now. They're in clear air. And so these people like Joel and Reggae are now at Mr. Salt. Reggae's pace is absolutely mental at the moment, but they're all catching people, and I think they're going to struggle to overtake them. And this is, so the gap now, it'll be interesting to look if at the leader gap. At the moment, Joel, he's only 16.7 clear, so he's only gained a second since he came into the pits.
He's going to be stuck. They're all stuck up behind this Renault
he's
train.
Connell's quicker at the moment than him.
Oh, I think Joel is going to get a run on Golden, who had an awful chicane.
Yeah, look at this though. Reggae also lining up to pass both of them here.
Oh, he's going to go around the outside.
What a move! What a move! But he's on those medium tyres, he's got the grip. And Reggae is, well, that's what he needed. If he's going to make that two-stopper work.
I'll tell you what, though, I think Joel saw him coming. I think he backed out pretty early to kind of let him go.
Oh, we got Mercedes crash.
It's another one. It's the other one. It's side gate.
And wing damage. People are really struggling, aren't they? It's a tough old race.
Mercedes and crashing at Spain. I've not seen that one before. Oh, Raggy with the dirty air. Couldn't go flat through 9.
Briefly in the yellow.
So, Joel at this point probably doesn't want to let Raggy go away too far. He's still within DRS. Came up pits and so does Goats.
Yeah, now it's another thing. If a safety car were to happen now, or was the Mercedes off, if a safety car happen now, this would also work in the favour of the guys who have yet to stop. So it would force everyone, or even a virtual safety car, so it would force everyone to slow down so you don't lose much time in a pit stop. So there's so many advantages at the moment for the guys that have yet to stop compared to the ones who
Hello. Kelster's going for a move. Salt got past Golden. Kelster looked to go past Golden as well through turn 3.
Oh, the AlphaTauri!
There he goes!
Yeah.
I'm going to move quickly off because they've all got red glitches. No. Let's go back on board, Joel.
Yeah, well, Golden on those 13 lap mediums. He's worn them out more than anyone else. Yeah, he's really struggling for it now.
Put the gap to leader. 18.1 seconds it is now. And Connell pits.
I was about to say, we're getting to that stage where you're going to pit to go on the hard, because we are almost at the halfway point now.
This is where they spring a surprise and go soft, just for the...
And the McLaren J. Prentice, a lot of them are pitted, so it must have been just the standard pit window.
Reggae has bolted.
So their 6 lap their tyres are going to be 6 laps fresher than Joel's, 5 laps fresher than Salt. Obviously Kelster and Reggae, they're obviously on medium tyres, so they will be pitting again.
Oh, Salt's off, sorry. Lewis, he's got front wing damage as well.
He has.
That is significant.
Drama. What drama here?
Golden to go for a move into turn 5. Oh, he does. He sent it as well and pushed him off the track just to be like, get out of the way.
Well, and the other problem as well, he could, if he has another set of mediums, he could go on to them instead now. He should do. But even then, he might struggle. He might struggle to make it to the end on mediums.
So Connell,
yeah.
Connell's 6 lap younger tyres, my friend. He's only 2 seconds now behind Joel.
Yeah.
Have we just seen a strategic masterclass?
Well, it's still a long way to go in this race. We're lap 15, coming up to lap 16 now, 33. So we're we're almost at the halfway stage now. A long way to go. I think really, Connell's going to have the pace, to be quicker than he's going to get past Kelster. And he should get back. Oh, Salt's crashed. Oh no, he's in pits. That's he still could have done something in this race.
It's the great thing about these tiers, there's always a safety car at VSC. How many times have we seen, not just this season but last season in tiers, where races have been decided on a 2-lap safety car finale? A lot.
Yep, you're right. But he might have been right, or he might live to regret it. Find out. So like I said earlier on this lap, we are now at pretty much we are at the halfway stage now of this race at 16.5 laps out of 33. And Reggae currently is your leader. However, he will have to pit again. He's not going to get those mediums to the end. He will have to stop. But the good thing is he can either do another set of mediums or go onto a set of softs maybe. Whilst Joel is definitely going to the end on the hards. Kelster will have to pit again. And Ronald is another one on fresh tyres who does not need to pit. He's the one to look out for when he's using the DRS.
Goes to the inside.
Does it?
And we say goodbye to that Red Bull. I was just looking at the gap and thinking, is he actually going to make the move? And he was still only halfway down the straight, and it was a late decision to burn everything and go for it. So now he just has his main target in the way.
He still has a lot of energy, though, so it was worth using to get that track position, and now to hunt down Joel, who is just under 2 seconds.
He's got significantly less though, so that's 14%.
Oh wow,
yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to have that thing. Joel's not going to be able to defend that much at all. He's going to have to rely on saving it. I would try and save it now until the point where Connell catches you, just so you have as much ERS as possible. It's going to happen. The guy is on 6-lap fresher tyres. Even though they're hard tyres, it still makes a difference.
The other thing I would say is that came on and he drops it at the last corner because he's trying to line up a move on Jay Prentice. This is 5th. He's getting closer and he's gaining. We're going to see the McLaren to the left, and now he's behind us.
Lovely.
It is. Came up finding some pace recently.
Well, all of a sudden now Connell's not been having a good couple of laps because Kelster's actually been able to hold on. And he's not really eating into Connell. The gap's been consistently at 1.7, 1.8. I expect as the race wears on and we get towards the latter stages that Joel with those older hards will drop into the clutches of Connell. You do normally see this where after a couple of laps the hard tyre is very level, whether you've done 9 laps or 2 laps on it. But then it's towards that ending when you get to 20 plus laps on the hards, that's when you start to notice the drop off.
Yeah, with Raggy and Kelser to pit, you really think it's probably going to be a 2-horse race for the lead. I've said that now, I'm probably going to curse it.
Well, it depends what he does. Considering if he has the soft tyre, then he's going to be laughing at the end, but obviously it's going to be too much work. He is still pulling away. He's 5 points clear of Joel now. McDonald did eat a bit more into time than Joel that time as well. Gap is 1.4 now.
I say that ultimately Muzz is going to choose to go to the outside of Goes. That move is now done. Muzz are up to P8. Quietly going about his business. I think there's going to be a battle for 5th place, I feel, at some point on the track. Obviously that's probably going to be that could be the net for the podium. Depending on what obviously he said what Randy does, what will he do? Well, he crashed in qualifying, didn't he? So he's not used some sets of tyres, has he? So he's probably got a set of softs available to him?
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm thinking, like, if he was going to go,
that's big.
Well, it's big because that both Joel has no 3 seconds either. Yeah. Kelster has them as well. Jake Prentice still is here for 2. But yeah, that's with Reggae. I mean, if he's going to do another set of medium tyres, he's probably going to look at pitting in the next couple of laps. But if he's going to go for soft tyre, really, it's not necessarily the better tyre because you can't. Soft tyre is really 5 laps. So I would have thought the smarter thing is he's going to go on another set of mediums and probably around either the end of this lap or the next lap. Maybe lap 22, 21, 22, something like that.
Well, we will sit here and make judgments, and he will keep us guessing. Only he knows what he's going to do. We'll find out hopefully shortly. And Connell, for the first time, it has now got within, well, quite comfortably within a second of Joel. So Joel feeling the pressure, but don't forget that gap is technically 3.7 seconds with the 3-second time penalty that Connell has. So still very much in play with 13 laps to go.
Yep, a lot of racing and strategies to pan out. At the moment, it's all coming back together. Connell now is within DRS. He's at that 6/10 mark, and that's Joel's now. Those hard struggling that little bit more. 11 lap old, not heavily worn, but compared to a set of tyres that are 5 lap old, in Connell, it's quite a change.
See, Connell burnt there to the same ERS percentage that Joel has. Didn't quite make the move. I would have just waited another lap and used the natural pace that I have over the car in front to then utilise the ERS advantage I had, but now it's all square again. Just want to point out, J-Sack and Danny doing quite well. I think Lewis, considering where they were, they're joined the back of the pack and potentially could be getting some points. I've just said that, he's just picked up another 3-second time penalty. I'm here all week, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. A glimmer of hope is immediately shut, and he's going to really take joy in the fact you were, bigging him up. And he's going to love that.
It's alright, he's got tomorrow. Swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, that's true. Expect any penalty you get tomorrow, you know why. Reggae, talking of penalties, Reggae's got 3 seconds. That could be crucial come the end of the race. That could be very crucial.
I think, Lewis, we need to keep talking about penalties because everyone seems to be getting them every time. This is going to be pretty simple. Connell past Joel. I don't want to say it too early. That could be the move for the win, depending on what Raggy can do.
Yeah, I mean, surely Reggae's not going to do the rest of the race on those mediums, because you can see Kelster's dropping off now from those from the 2. So you can see at this sort of stage is the point where the crossover, I mean, he's still pulling away. Reggae is still extending the gap, but it must be getting to a point now that Connell's got by, that he's going to start eating in, and it's going to be a situation where Reggae has to surely he's going to be stopping, because those mediums will just drop off big time, and and not even that with the tyre not even hot. So.
Oh yeah, because there's no test to see. People can't go, oh, look, penalty. I'm not going to look at the race director. I want it to be interesting. So you're going to have to just drive, I'm afraid. And there's people like, how many penalties is Joel on? What's this? I'm not going to tell you. I want to find out myself with excitement.
The drama. Well, Reggae is no icon. Normally it indicates that they're going to come into the pits. Kelster, to be fair, Kelster, he's the other one. So maybe they are considering soft tyre towards the end of the race.
Ours has come in on 6 lap on cards, and I didn't really see anything massive. It does release J-Sack and Danny, and that's for 11 12.
No more in the pits.
Yeah, that was very strange. I mean, the guys behind him carried on. Maybe he got some damage that I don't know about.
Yeah, it's a weird one. But that means J-Sack and Dan are now 5 to P10. Oh, we got yellow in sector 1. That's because
the car coming back out.
Yeah, so Hilly is 4.5 seconds ahead of JSAC with 10 to go. And to be fair to Reggae, he's still just about pulling away. I think it's getting to that point though now. Lap 24, so we started lap 24, so we are literally 10 laps to go now.
They're both definitely going softs, I think.
Yeah, there's no way if they would, if they was mediums, they would have pitted again by now.
Already. Definitely that hot run through the chicane. I'm just trying to look to see how close the battle is. The gap between Jay Prentice and K-Mott keeps fluctuating between 1.3 seconds and about 8 tenths. Goads is pretty much been running next to Muzzer all race. It's over 8th and 9th.
People in the comments section are saying Renegade stay out. They're getting a whiff of the fact, although people are saying his tyres will, that's the thing. In terms of pace, I think he could do it. The problem is, surely he'll just get to a wear level where those mediums, one of the tyres will puncture. I just can't see him making, they've done 13 laps, and they've got to do another 9.25 off this race. I just can't see it happening.
Right, so at the moment, he's going to come out probably just in front of Muzzer if he pits. He's then going to be, what? Trying to work this out. 14 seconds off the lead? To then catch him, what, 9 laps? I mean, Kelce's gone for it.
But he will, Kelce's gone for it now, but surely, he's done the softs. I think that's a little bit early though. That's surely too early to me. I know the car's going to be lighter, but he's going to be struggling towards the end.
Risk and reward, I think, at that point. Let's sort of. I mean, we've seen some strange and brave strategies in the past.
It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see how Kelce's times are. That's all I'll say. How much quicker he is, and that'll give us a good indication of whether it's possible for that game. So
Kelce is 33 seconds off the lead. We will go back to the interval and check on Kelce's progress in a lap or so. I mean, as I say, strange strategy. We've seen the likes of Ricky try and do and others do a soft medium run at Abu Dhabi where it's a definite 2-stop.
He's pitting. Reggae's pitting.
Is he pitting? Oh, I don't know.
Well, it makes sense. Lap 26.
It makes sense.
It's lap 26.33. It's enough time to, it's enough laps. The softs aren't going to be, it's one. I think it's just about right. If you're going to do the soft, you have to do it now.
And he needs to get out ahead of some traffic. Kmart picks up another 3-second time penalty, so he's probably going to be behind the Red Bull.
He's going to be behind the Renault as well.
He's going to be behind the Renault, I think. We're going to go.
Oh no, he might not. He might be all right actually.
He should be in front of Muzzer, which I was thinking he would be, and he is. Right then. Oh, he's picked up 3 seconds again. No. Oh, that's a very silly one as well. Turn 2.
Yeah. He's got plenty of ERS though, and how far away is he then? So he is 12.6 seconds behind. I mean, it's doable because we're gonna see Kelster, I'm sure, break the lap record, the fastest lap so far.
I mean, I don't make a judgment because I once heard you and Thomas say, I don't know if you can do it on commentary once, and then that ended up happening. He's already passed Luke, and it is. And you know what? This is a bit like Abu Dhabi. Oh, slid through there. It's going to be this. Oh, he's already down to 10.4, Lewis.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing. It's going to be so much quicker, but because look at this. Joel has actually been able to catch back up with Connell.
Well, I'm surprised. I thought Joel would be struggling. He's on 18 laps. You just think, wouldn't you? He wouldn't be coming back at him, and he's been working away.
Well, he's the favourite right now because obviously, no matter what Reggae does, Reggae has got 6 seconds to Joel's. Joel doesn't. Essentially, he's got 6 seconds added on to the time. Joel has none at the moment. I don't know though how close he is. He might, you know,
Sorry.
he might be 1 warning away. He might not be.
So Connell's 3 seconds, came up 9 seconds, Raggy 6, Luke 5, Goats 3, Kelsey, JSAC 3, Daniel 9. So it's looking like it's going to be, at the moment, a Connell, Joel and Jay Prentice podium. We've got Raggy closing in like there's no tomorrow, now 2.8 seconds. The gap to lead is 8.6 and he's not even made it through sector 3 yet, where the tyre advantage is at its most.
Yeah, and Connell's now back out of DRS. So maybe Connell made an error, or it's just one of those that are. Look at that, Reggae 116.5.
Oh, he's made another mistake as well. From 2. They're both running on level ERS, so Joel's holding him at arm's width is where he needs to be at the moment. Because Connell's got to get that 3-second gap up. Raggy's now down to 7.6. I just don't think he's going to have enough performance left of that tyre. He could grab a podium if he's incredibly fortunate and drives like an absolute madman.
Yeah, I just don't think 2 stops is the way to go around here.
I don't think the soft, medium, soft, compared to where it works at some other tracks, I don't think it works around here because of how the soft tyres cope with this track. I think it's a soft, medium more than anything. Although that's another 7 tenths. Don't get
well, I think it's just a 1-stopper. It's one of those. You know, it's not far off.
Con runs wide again. That's potentially another warning. Joel out of DRS low again.
And Reggae's about to go past Jay Prentice up into P4.
Let's have a look as we go on board. Oh, that's not it's not even a contest really, is it?
Yeah. I don't think Jay Prentice made any effort in defending that. But there's no need to. You know, he would only get past him sooner and he would have lost more time trying to defend from him. So it's a smart thing. Just let Reggae do his thing. He's on the better tyre. He knows how many more seconds penalties Reggae has as well. So, yeah, we've got 4.5 laps to go.
5.4. Although it would be very interesting because obviously he's on 2 steps softer now. The guys ahead of him are not on, let's just say they're not on great hards, are they? They're going to be not particularly good by the end of the race. So that would even out either, or I don't know.
But also, yeah, but at the same time, I think Reggae, like you said earlier, really is going to be on healthy softs by the time he does catch him. So, yeah, it's just not quite the best strategy. I think 1-stop still edges. In a normal, non-safety car race, 1-stop edges it.
Well, Raggy is within DRS and K-Mark. These two battle each other in the Discord off the track, and they're about to battle each other on the track now.
Yeah, the hard time's really good round here, because Joel, fair play, you know, now, considering he's on 21 lap on hard, you'd be thinking those tyres are surely going to be dropping off. But so far it's been alright. Reggae is still hunting them down massively. Kmart gets a big wobble. It's 3.6 seconds between the leader and Reggae.
The problem he's going to find is if he doesn't get him past him down the second DRS straight, he's then going to get held up for sector 3 as well. And there's no real overtaking there unless Kmart makes a massive mistake. DRS is open, he's closing. Luke picks up a penalty, and that may cost him in his fight with Muzzer for P6. He's tucked up behind the Haas.
Nicely done. To be fair, Kmart is even catching up to Connell. I just don't think Connell's quick at the moment. They're all catching up as Reggae gets with a net P3. Got some drama, 3 to go then. It's a showdown, and I think Reggae will get past both of them on track.
Well, Joel's in the prime position here. He's got Connell's got a penalty. He's got Raggy, who is charging behind. He has 6 seconds of penalty. So, you know, I would probably just let Raggy go on the last lap if he's right next to you.
Yeah.
And if he takes 6 seconds out of you in the last lap, then you just go, oh. Pull my mic out in excitement.
Yeah, I'd say you pull the mic out. Is that the trick to do? Yeah. Just do the mic pull. Well, Reggae is taking massive chunks. Trying to see just any other. So there's some other close battles going on. JSAC is 1.5 seconds. Kelster's not been quick at all on these softs. JSAC's actually catching back up with him. And then you got Gods and Muzza battling out as well.
Yeah, Kelster's only brought that down to 19.4, which was about the same when he stopped. So he's not really, as you said, not really closed it in. 2 to go, and Raggy is just inside the window now of Joel. Let's see what else we've got going on, as you said. Anyone else ready to make the move? Not yet, so we will just stay on board with these 3 musketeers at the front.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Harold has been his title rivals doing well. JSAC obviously struggled today. He's had some bad luck this season, obviously won last week. But he's definitely got the pace to consistently be up there, and he would have done at lap 1. Completely ruined it for him, unfortunately. Get the points. You know, he's very close to Kelster. To get a 9th place would be a great result. Great recovery drive. But here we go then, the final lap. And Reggae is going to line up for a DRS.
This is going to be an easy one, I think. Joel's got DRS as well. Raggy goes past. We say goodbye to the Alfa Romeo's behind us, and he's now going to try and hunt Connell down. Joel just needs to stay with that 3 seconds to Connell, and then Raggy runs a bit wide.
Yeah, that's a good all drive there. Connell, he's going to be frustrated that he got that 3-second penalty. Unless Joel somehow messes up in his final lap.
Oh, don't say that. That would be the commentator's curse.
Nah, we'll be fine.
I think Raggy go for a move down to turn 10. He's getting closer.
He's lining him up.
He's lining him up. Oh, he's got that on the inside.
Oh, love it. And Connell backs out. Yeah. Reggae wanted to win on track. Unfortunately, it's not going to be official.
It's
so here we come.
Determination though. Raggy will win the Spanish Grand Prix on track, but it's going to be Joel that is going to take the spoils. Connell in second, Raggy third.
Jay Prentice
in fourth.
Oh, 1100s off the podium. Oh, he'll be gutted.
As we scroll down,
Jay Prentice
goes past him. That's a good result for Goads. He'll be happy with that. 7th place. Kelster 9th. JSAC with a point in the end.
Yeah.
Great determination from him after what happened at the start of the race. IFR Golden is going to romp home in 12th place, and Danny will bring up the rear in 13th, and probably, if I get it right, where is it? With the fastest lap as well. So no bonus point for the people in the top 10. It has been stolen away from the Alfa Romeo driver.
Well, what a result in the end. We had obviously Joel, Reggae, and Connell. Not in that particular order. It was Joel, Connell, and then Reggae. But yeah, great result for those guys in their championship quest. Their main rival Harold not in today. Just 2 races to go as well. It's really hotting up. This championship's been fantastic. And yeah, we're going into that crunch time. The championship's still not decided, as we obviously have got Baku next.
Yes, and Baku will provide much drama, as it always does. Baku, and then I think the last race is in. I've got to remember now. It's escaped my memory. It's like we should know these things, honestly.
Well, sorry, what were you saying?
I was just trying to think what the last 2 races are. They are...
Oh, it's Baku and then Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah. We go to Baku next. That really, imagine, that is just going to be chaos. Mexico is just going to be chaos. So, yeah, it should be chaotic.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
But yeah, Joel, fantastic win. Connell, second. Reggae, third there. Jay Prentice, he'd be gutted missing out on that podium. But obviously, like I say, no fastest lap points today, because Daniel took it from them all in P13.
Lewis, my friend, can you invite some people to come and join us? That'd be
I certainly can.
Very nice. Joel, Connell, and Raggy. They are about. That'd be lovely to hear from.
Okay.
So yes, as Lewis said, big in the championship. Harold not here this evening, so that gap gets significantly cut down with drivers around him picking up major points. Raggy and Connell were both podiums. Joel now moves himself probably, I think, if my maths is correct, that's going to be about 5th place in the championship. JSAC still 4th. Good points for Racing Point, Haas and Williams in the constructors once again, with a couple of podiums for those teams and some good finishing results. Oh, we haven't looked at the battle for relegation. We don't really like to talk about that. It's going to be tight. It will be tight down the bottom. Hopefully.
I'm starting to struggle to find them.
Oh no. It's probably gone AWOL. They don't want to talk to us.
This is it's just the typical thing of searching on the. If you don't have them as a friend, finding them on the search, it's a nightmare. Well, I used to, but I think some of them have changed their or created new accounts.
So we will look at the Alfa Romeo in all its glory.
Yeah.
Another win at Spain EU3. Happened last season, happened this season. I'm sure Joel, if he joins us, will be ecstatic with that result. I've just seen the EU3 chat. It has exploded with delight and euphoria from a couple of the drivers.
Obviously now, with this with the championship now going into Baku, and whether Baku's going to be wet or not, it's going to be. I think with Harold missing, I think this is what's made the championship properly wide open now. I'm looking forward to the last 2 rounds commentating on it. It's going to be good, that's for sure. Right.
2 very tricky tracks as well. We got Baku as a street circuit, always causes carnage, front wings, bodywork being lost, and we've got Mexico. Mexico usually one where people struggle with track limits around there. It's been an issue in the past. I think people will be pushing quite a few penalties around that track. Also open to strategy like today was, so it's not going to be straightforward for these guys, especially the drivers looking for the promotion places for EU2 for next season.
Found one.
Do you want me to try and find these lovely people?
I found one. I think I might find the others.
Let's have a look. I'm going to quickly have a look. And Raggy, where is he? Right, there is a Joel, there is a Raggy. Just gonna wait for O'Connell.
Oh, here we go.
Hopefully we'll be good to go. I think Lewis, this is your time, this is your moment, I feel.
Indeed. Right, okay. Right, so we start off, might as well, with let's go from P3 up. So Reggae, congratulations on P3. Obviously, in the end of getting that, making that move to get first place on track at least, sort of validate the two-stopper. It was really close, but tell us how your race went, and obviously how you got the second penalty at the coming out of the pits. It looked like it was coming out of turn 1 there. Can you hear me now? Okay. Okay, no worries. I said, well, how's obviously how did you find your race? Obviously, winning it on, crossing the line first. Obviously, having the penalties meaning you finished P3, but obviously it did vindicate your strategy. But yeah, tell us how you thought your race went. Yeah, obviously the quality, wasn't it? Right. We thought you were having a master plan. That's all right. We thought you were like, oh, this is something, a new strategy, a soft, medium, soft. Oh, okay. But yeah, oh yeah, and also you got the penalty at the after the final stop. Was it the final stop or the second stop? You ended up getting. I think it was a penalty after the first corner. Was it just
turn 2? I think.
Yeah, turn 2. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's one of those. Well, it's still, yeah, congratulations. You just about got the P3, so that you never know, that move might have been crucial, to be fair, because it allowed you to gain 11 hundredths, which was enough to keep hold of that P3. So, congratulations on your P3 today. And next we go to Connell with a P2 on track and in the actual results. Yeah, well, congratulations, Connor. Obviously, it looked like you were going to pull away, but the second half of that stint on the hards, Joel was actually quite competitive. Was that just, did you feel like you were struggling, or was that just Joel being very good with those older hards?
No, I actually happened was I actually spun the car into secretary. Do you know that corner? I don't know what corner name it is. It's after the DRS, second DRS. You have a left-hander, and then on the exit you have a little kinky one. I spun the car on the exit, and I went across the grass and nearly put it in the wall. I had to completely stop to not put it in a wall. So that's why I lost all the time. So I probably would have gapped him 3 seconds, easy enough, because obviously at the end he was in my DRS, but I was still making up 3/10, 4/10 a lap. But then he'd gained that back with the DRS, so I would have definitely, well, not definitely, I don't want to sound like a cocky fucker, but I probably would have had a good chance of gapping Joel. So I am honestly gutted. But look, as I said to the lads in the party, I'm not going to cry and bitch about it. I still got P2. And I said to everyone before the race that if I get points, I'll be happy. So to even contest for a win from starting P10 and getting held up by a few people, and obviously I got blocked on my hot lap for my last lap, and I had at least 3/10 in that lap, so I could have been even in 8th place. So look, I'm gutted as you would be, but look, I'm delighted for Joel, and he's a nice lad, and he deserves this. He stuck with me for the last couple of laps, and to get no warnings, if that's correct, that's mental. So I'm delighted for him, and he definitely deserved this. So yeah, I'm pretty happy to get the P2 anyway. From my attitude before the race wasn't great, so yeah, happy with the P2.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, in that case, obviously it could have been much worse. I know frustrating with the error, but at the same time, it could have been even worse. You could have hit a wall, could have got wing damage. So like you say, P2 is definitely, and considering you were happy to get points, P2, good result, man. Congratulations. And
it's I got 2 warnings from dirty air, which is so annoying. Going around the outside of turn 3. Behind someone at the first couple of laps, or with the with the heavy fuel load, the car just doesn't want to turn at all, and going out wide, getting me 2 warnings. So I was like, heck, I don't get these removed anyway, because they're silly, So, but sure, look, at least got 2nd place. I'm pretty happy. Thanks very much, anyway.
Yeah, no worries. Congrats. So yeah, and go on to our race winner, Joel. Congratulations, Joel. Able to not get any penalties as well, which is pretty tough round here, and made the soft to hard work. You know what? Because you pitted earlier than everyone else to get that early gap in the first round, which I'd say was the smart thing to do if you're going to be on the soft tyre at the beginning. You were able to still hold a very good pace on that hard. Tell us how hard it was, particularly at the second half with that older hard.
Yeah, no, it was a good race. I had my wonderful engineers, Titchy and Spud, guiding me through it, and I originally wanted to start in the mediums, but my pace just wasn't good enough in qualifying, and I ended up going for the softs and getting pole with a pretty average lap, to be honest. And then, just sort of pitted when my softs had enough, and just sort of drove around and ended up crossing the line in P1, so, pretty happy, obviously.
You make it sound easy. It was. To be fair, you did have the pace early on that soft. Having the pitting early was a big thing. I found anyway in terms of making the difference, because the soft tyre does drop off quite. When it goes off, it does drop quite big. It was in terms of. Did you feel like? Obviously, having to go that bit earlier, do you think, looking back, if you did start on the medium, you wouldn't have got P1 today? Because obviously, the track position being further behind? Or do you think you would have been more comfortable?
Yeah, I think after my original medium lap, that would have put me behind Connell, so out of the top 10, and at the start of the race, we kind of said it was J Sachs and Connell's race to lose, given they were on the mediums in the top 10, so yeah, I think I just decided that pitting as early as I can and trying to get the biggest gap possible was probably the best idea.
Yeah. Well, last question. Obviously, got 2 races to go. I don't know what the championship right now, what the standings are, which is really bad. But
hashtag
how are you looking? yeah. But how are you thinking? Obviously, the next 2 races, Baku and Mexico. Do you feel like the track's going to be comfortable, or?
No, is the short answer, but I'll give it my best shot, and hopefully I can cement myself in the top 5 come the end of the season.
No worries, congratulations on the win today.
Yeah, thanks.
Alright, so that's, I think that concludes it, mate.
Lewis, well done, mate. I just sat here and let you just go, answer away, quiz them. Thanks, mate. Thanks for having me instead of Thomas. Hopefully it wasn't too much of a nuisance.
No, it was,
he went and made a sandwich, he did.
Yeah, well, it's obviously, hopefully we'll, this was, a sort of, cheers, mate, I'd say, for last minute standing in. Otherwise it would have been me on my own tonight, so, obviously, fingers crossed, Thomas is back in with us for EU3 next week, and obviously we've got, EU2 tomorrow.
I shall see you on track.
Yeah, I'll see you on track, mate. Yeah, and Dan will be commentating. Joel, you commentate Tier 2.
Oh, I'm
I
gonna
do
get
indeed.
rinsed the other way.
Yeah,
I didn't
you
think
go,
about
there
this.
you
It's
go.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, if me and Matty end up in the commentary box, you'll know it's been a crazy race. Because if one of us, maybe, but both of us, that would be like
Horrendous.
bonkers. But EU2 is back on tomorrow, and AM2 are as well. We've got the Tier 1 guys on Wednesday, and the AM1s as well later on. And then obviously the endurance racing that's still going on Fridays and Saturdays. That's been really exciting, watching the 100% races, like the quali and the races, seeing those strategies difference to the 50%. So that's all coming through later this week. But Matty, any last words?
No, you've done all the outro as well, mate. Brilliant. I could sit here and don't do anything. So
You got the button, mate. You can shoot. You can you can cut us. But yeah, thanks everyone. We'll leave it there and see you tomorrow for more.
Bye.